What is up, everybody? Shauna D Man here, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are having yourselves a great week, weekend, depending on when you're watching or listening to this episode of the Nerd Talk podcast. We are back with a brand new guest, so to get us going, how about you just tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are?
Hi, my name is Jetta. I am known as Paradox Cosplay. I've been doing cosplay for a while now. It's about to be 15 years doing cosplay. It's been a long journey. I'm originally from Puerto Rico, and I am in Texas currently. And it's been very fun. Just fun everywhere we go. You know, you can't have cosplay without fun.
That's true. That is true. So I guess first question would be, what got you into cosplaying?
Um, I actually got into cosplaying because of my best friend. Um, we would always study together, and it was kind of hard to get her to get in the groove of studying. I was fine. I could study all day long, but she couldn't like focus. If she wanted to play video games, she wanted to go do art. She used to draw anime when she was in middle school with me, and that's how young we were. I would do sleepovers at her house just to help her with tutoring. So, in order to get her to study with me, I would kind of bribe her. I'd be like, if you study with me and you get good grades, then I'll play all the video games you want me to play. I'll watch all the anime you want me to watch. And, slowly but surely, she got me.
Oh my gosh.
It became a passion for me, especially since my mom taught me how to sew since an early age,
Okay.
and that kind of just took off for me after that.
Okay. Okay. Was this while you were in Puerto Rico, or was this after?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
it all started in
Okay.
Puerto Rico.
All right. What was your first cosplay that you made?
Well, we started in Puerto Rico doing fun stuff like we would dress like fairies, we would dress like animals, just really simple stuff. It wasn't until I came here to the States that I decided to take on actual character cosplays. And my
Okay.
first character was Chun-Li from Street Fighter.
Oh. Okay.
It was
Okay.
super fun, and who doesn't know Chun-Li? It was an instant hit. Everybody was super happy with it. They loved it. So it was definitely a good choice.
um. What, like, I know one of the things I ask cosplayers is like how many cons do you typically go to a year? And obviously Texas, you have, like, I think,
We get
was
a
it
lot.
Dallas Fan Expo? You have like a few other ones as well.
I
But like
feel
for
like
you
every year.
personally, how many cons do you typically go to a year?
I think it depends. It does change from year to year, especially now that we have a con every other week in Texas, and it's become so saturated with conventions. So it's a little hard to keep up with how many events are going on, honestly. But I would say I would at least go to 4 or 5 a year,
Oh.
and then it's become madness after that, and also recent, especially. I've done. There was I think a year or two ago, no, 2 years ago, I did
Mhm.
about 10, 12 cons back to back all
Oh
year. I
my
felt like that year
gosh.
went by like that, but it's busy and it's very stressful, so I wouldn't recommend.
So what are some of the cons that, like, yeah, so if you had to, like, rank, let's say, your top four cons that you automatically have to go to every single year, what are those?
Dragon Con for sure. That's an incredible con. It's huge, and you can find a little bit of everything there.
Yeah.
Another con is Cosplay World. Every time I go to Cosplay World, it's like I'm going back to meet with old friends. Basically, that's the vibe. Um, and I think it's more because of all of the cosplayers and the photographer crew that we all get along so well, and the ambience is it's just beautiful. So you
Okay.
can't go there and feel stressed when you're having so much fun and you feel surrounded by people that care about the cosplay community as much as you do. Um, let's see, what else? I I haven't been in a while, not because I didn't want to, but I do love Dallas Fan Expo,
Okay.
and I plan on going this year. That's one
Okay.
that I don't want to miss. I don't want to keep missing. Dallas is about a 5 hour drive for me, so it's kind
Oh,
of rough when you have a little kid, and I've been
yeah.
having to skip it. But yeah, my girl is 6 now, so I'm taking her with me everywhere.
Okay. Okay.
And let's see, a fourth one, fourth con. I uh I used to really enjoy Anime Matsuri, and that's another one I haven't been able to go to. That one is here in Houston, and I think I want to start making my way back there and check it out again. It's been really hard to get around to cons. Yeah, I've been
I
doing mostly
understand.
local unless I'm getting sponsored to go somewhere.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. So how many times? So how many times have you been to Dragon Con?
I've been to DragonCon twice, and I was supposed to go last year, which is funny. I bought the ticket for last year. I was ready to go, and my dad hit me up talking about how he wanted to go to Japan and he wanted me to do his itinerary. So, I mean, I couldn't
Uh.
I couldn't say no to that. So I said,
Right.
whatever. Tokyo over Dragon Con any day.
Yep.
But I did lose that ticket because they're non-refundable.
Yeah.
But this year is the 40th anniversary, so I'll be there.
Okay. So you went. So you didn't go obviously last year, but you went the previous 2 years.
Hmm.
Okay. I I believe so. That's the first year you went was actually the first year I went as well. And
Stop.
so, yeah, because Dragon Con is about 2 hours. Like, well, Atlanta in general is like 2 hours away from me,
Mhm.
and so
Nice.
I had during that time I had uh, you're not you're probably like my seventh or eighth cosplayer from Texas that I've had on. So, but
Yeah.
some of those go to Dragon Con. And so I was like,
Hmm.
I had one of them tell me, I was like, oh, this is interesting. Okay. I was like, all right, I'll go and check it out. I was like, you know what? This is actually really, really cool.
It's
And then
incredible.
I went the next year. Didn't get a chance to go this past year because
Because
um,
I was in Japan. I know it's okay.
you're right. You're right. It would have been a wasted trip anyway. So if that was the case,
Wasted
so I,
trip.
you saved me time and money, so that worked out perfectly. Uh, my favorite football team was playing the Baylor Bears that Friday. It was originally supposed
Ooh.
to be a Saturday game, but they moved it to a Friday night game. And Fridays typically when I would go to Dragon Con, primarily because
Hmm.
that's the opening of college football weekend. I want to make sure that I'm definitely watching my football team. And I was just like,
Tough
so
choice.
yeah, it is. But I mean, I was like, you know what? I'm watching the football team, so I mean, it's fine.
Hmm.
So uh, I haven't decided if I was going to go this year. I might, because one of the things I want to start trying to do is like venture and check out other cons as well. Yeah, I have two. There's probably more, but I have mainly two around me where I live, which is like um, Iron City Comic Con in Birmingham, and then the Huntsville Pop and Culture Expo in Huntsville. Those are usually the main two. One's like 40-ish minutes away. The other one's
Hmm.
about 2 hours away, and then Dragon Con. I'm actually going to, or at least I'm planning on going to MomoCon for the first
Mm.
time in May. So that's gonna be the first time me
Nice.
going to check
I've
that
heard
out.
great things. I've never been, but I heard it's great.
Yeah, um I have one friend. I believe she said she's gonna be going, so we're planning on meeting up and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah, Dragon. But
Fun
yeah,
stuff.
Dragon Con. I'm always excited to go,
Yeah.
except for trying to wait in the vendor line to try to get inside vendor hall.
I
It's
know.
it's because the last time I went, I took my friend Bailey for his birthday,
Mhm.
and so it was like a birthday present to him because he had never been. And so we were gonna go to vendor hall, check out, buy a bunch of stuff, but The
The
line was
line.
so
See,
long.
that's why it's very
Yep.
important to go with fun people, because then
Yep.
that makes the line go.
What is it was? I think this line was like wrapped around for like 2 blocks, and like keep in mind this is in August in Georgia,
Ugh,
and so I was like, yeah, we're
it's
not gonna do
horrible.
this. It's fine. I don't need anything here anyway. So, um,
They saved you money.
you're right. You're right. So I was like, there's always next year. So, um,
Hmm.
do you typically go to? Are you, I mean, obviously, I know you mentioned you have a child and everything, but have you gone to any of the like the after parties for cons or stuff like that? Because I do know there's a few
Yes,
that do
I've
that kind of
gone.
stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah, the after parties are great. I have a friend of mine, Jimmy. He actually usually organizes most of the parties at cons.
oh.
So that's always fun to know. I'm always like, where are you at? Where's the fun at? So it's good to be surrounded by friends and having a good time.
It's true. It's true. Like I know Dragon Con typically has like wild after parties and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I've told this story before, but like I had one a cosplayer friend because I was asking her about it because I typically never stay that long, mainly because
Yeah.
it's a 2 hour drive for me to go
You have to
home
do
and
it at
stuff like.
least once.
Right, right, and she was telling me one year that she went. Um, like against the people who were in the hotel room, they ordered some strippers, and I was just like, okay, you guys really really love to party, so I can definitely see that.
Oh yeah. They be wild mess sometimes.
What's the craziest party that you've been to?
Oh God.
Oh,
I'm trying to think. I've been to some fun stuff. I usually, you know what's funny? I usually leave right before it gets crazy, crazy, because then I leave the area and then I hear about it like the next day or the next 2 days after. It's like, oh yeah, after you left, this happened and this happened, and I'm like,
oh.
wait, why doesn't this happen when I'm there? I
It
think I
always
think I
seemed
might
all
give
the
off like
yeah.
I might give off the mom energy, and they go like, oh,
Oh
now what is here,
gosh.
and then I leave and they go like, yeah,
As soon as mom leaves the room, everybody goes crazy. That sounds like it happens a good bit of to you.
Oh yeah.
Um, so tell us about some of your more iconic cosplays that
Mm,
you've done over the years. Like, what's been the
I
most
have a
easiest one you've
ton.
done? What's the most challenging one you've done?
I think one of the easiest ones, and actually one of the most popular ones too, has been Electra. I did the classic Electra. And I made that suit. I sewed it completely by myself, and I did it in about 10 hours. It didn't take long. It was one
Oh,
day. It was
okay,
one
yep,
day. And
okay, all right.
I got the fabric, I threw it on the floor. It's funny because I laid on the fabric and I had somebody trace me.
Okay.
And then I cut it just like that, sewed it up. It fit me like a glove, and I was like, "Let's go."
Oh my
It was
gosh.
perfect. And it was a good hit. It was a really good hit. I like the classic styles. Even though now with these new designs and Marvel Rivals especially and other games like that, I'm having a hard time. But I've always been an advocate for the classics.
Okay.
Um, Another really popular one was Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. That's one that people always talk about. I It's one of my absolute favorites as well. And Poison Ivy. I did that Poison Ivy from Arkham Asylum.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's not a popular, well, it's not that it's not popular, but it's not a version you see cosplayed a lot.
Right.
So
Right.
the body paint I think is what like makes everybody shy off from it too, because she got green screen, she got
Mm.
vines all over her body, and her
Yep.
skin is full of leaves. So it's a lot more in depth than the usual, leafy corset.
Mm.
And when I went to get that done, I went to Houston to one of my friends, and she was excited to do a body painting project on me. And it took about 8 hours
Oh
to do that full
gosh.
body paint on me. So it was
I
crazy
can't.
because the shoot only took like 2 hours. It
Eight
was like
hours
eight. I
worth of
went over
body
there. I
paint.
stayed overnight. We started
Oh
early,
gosh.
8 hours, and then a 2 hour shoot, and we were done. And I was like,
That's no, thank you.
So yeah, it was a lot of work, and it's funny because when I went downtown, we were outside in downtown Houston, and I had several
Mm.
people come up to me and ask me if I was Fiona from Shrek
Oh my god.
because I was all full green. And they're like, "Are you Fiona?" And
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, "No." Yeah, no, it was hilarious.
That sounds like a wild time.
It was pretty fun though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Um. So you done so done kind of cosplay. What's a cosplay that you kind of like you want to do but you just haven't gotten around to doing it just yet?
I have one that's almost done that I've been
Oh,
working on for years just because I want to get it like perfect. And it's
okay.
one of my favorite characters. Is Morrigan Ainsland from Darkstalkers.
Okay.
Um, and I just want to get it right, you know? So I have
Okay.
everything. I'm basically done with her. And I also want to do Princess Zelda.
Okay.
So Princess
Okay.
Zelda is another one that has so many little details. And I just want to get it right because it's one of my favorite characters as well. So I
Are
keep
you
pushing it back because I'm
excited?
like, eh. But I'm very excited. Yeah. I just don't want
uh
to rush the process, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So I don't mind doing that with other characters, but like my favorite characters, I really want to put like a lot of love into it and take my time.
Uh are you excited for the live action Princess
I
Zelda?
don't know how that's gonna work. Because like so you know in all the Zelda games, Link does not speak.
Right.
I mean outside from the ha ha yeah, right?
All right.
So I don't know how that's gonna work out because how are you gonna do a whole movie with a boy that never speaks? You're either gonna ruin it for everyone or it's gonna feel weird. I don't see how that wins. Unless he just doesn't speak either, but that's also weird, you know? I don't know. I'm very curious though. I'm very curious to see what they're gonna do. I don't know what to feel, you know?
I have not really I've never been like all that into Zelda and everything.
Hmm.
Like I know the games and stuff like that. And I remember growing up as a kid because I had a lot of friends who played Zelda and
Hmm.
everything. I remember as a kid growing up, like I always thought that Link was Zelda since you're
That's
playing.
a very common thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I'm just like, wait, that's not real. That's not true. Like no,
Oh yeah.
and I was like,
I have to always be correcting my mom. She's like,
oh really?
you know that little boy with the sword, Zelda. I'm like, Link, what are you saying? No, yeah, it drives me crazy. But yeah, no, I mean, if they don't know, they don't know. You know, you can't blame them. But
Right.
it's very easily deduced that that's his name because it's on the title.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So, um, so are you like a avid video gamer, or is this just like a
No, yeah, I
okay,
used to play video games since I was in elementary school. I used to play Zelda since it was on the Game Boy. I,
okay,
one of
okay.
my all-time favorite games is Twilight Princess, which was on GameCube, and I still
Mm.
got it. I still got the
Oh,
GameCube.
you still got the
I
GameCube
still
and
I
everything?
have a whole collection of consoles here. And
Oh,
I don't like using the old console because I don't want to like end up breaking them. So I have
that's true.
everything turned into emulators. So I have everything on the emulators, and I love it. I just feel like I wish I had more time now with responsibilities and grown up life too.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
uh I barely get any time, but I love it. I love playing. I just bought me the PlayStation 5 for Christmas
Real.
finally. And I bought it with the new Ghost of Tsushima sequel, The Ghost of
Oh,
Yotei.
yeah.
And I got the special edition PS5 with the Ghost of Yotei gold
Oh, wow.
veins. It looks amazing. But that game was so incredible. I beat it in like less than a month. I was just like,
I, that's fine.
and
I
I
mean,
mean
that's fine.
that's it.
I actually got. I had actually last year. I had finally gotten around to playing the first one.
Hmm.
Because they had finally did a PC port. And so I was like, oh,
Yeah,
fine, I can check this out. Loved it. I
it's
loved
incredible.
Ghost of Tsushima. I was like, this game is
Hmm.
amazing. And
So if you
so,
haven't tried the Ghost of Yotei yet, it's it's very similar. It's just it's all one person instead of the four.
Yeah.
It's all encompassed into one person, and it's open world basically. You could follow
Yeah.
the storyline however you want rather than just be stuck into what the story is getting you to do. It's incredible though. It's a, that game
What
was
else do
so
you like to
good.
play?
Most of the games I play are RPGs, or open world.
Okay.
Um, and then I play a lot of mobile games. I have the Seven Deadly Sins game on my
Okay.
phone, and that thing it does not escape me one day. I play that really regularly, and Nike. I like Nike.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to play Marvel Rivals. Um,
But oh my God, the
I
animations
am,
are incredible.
yeah, I'm starting to like branch out more into games because there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of games I'm like I have to. I'm very picky about the games I play, especially with like how much they cost nowadays.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of like
yes.
I don't want to buy a game that I have no interest in. But
I feel you.
um, I'm trying to think. Well, what it there was something that I wanted to play that came out recently, but I can't think of. But I wanted to. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Well, no, it hasn't come out yet. It comes out in like 2 weeks. But like Resident Evil Requiem.
Oh,
Um, I played Resident Evil 2 last year
yeah.
for the very first time.
Ooh.
And so like I get like those are games I had never really played. I was never really a big Resident Evil fan. I did a
Mm-hmm.
video series when I like kind of like rebranded my YouTube channel
Yeah.
a couple of years ago where on the PlayStation 4 at the time they had like a remastered or a remake of the original Resident Evil game, and I played that for the first time. I was like, oh, this is quite interesting. Then I played
Very
Resident Evil
nice.
2. I was like, oh, this is.
This is
I was getting
nice.
frustrated. It made me not like Leon Kennedy all that much because the man just couldn't take a hit. I was like, oh, you're disappointing me, Leon. What are we doing here, buddy? But
He just
they
looks
introduced,
like that.
yeah, exactly. I was like, come on, man. But they introduced me to Ada Wong. I was like, now I see why
Ada
there's a lot of people
Wong
that like to
is
cosplay
very
her.
good. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
so
I actually, fun fact, I have two Ada Wong outfits that I have yet to wear, but I have them.
oh,
They're ready.
oh,
So I can't wait to debut those. I'm actually gonna bring one of them to my next convention.
okay. Well, I mean, what are we waiting for? We gotta,
Like,
yeah, we gotta get that. Give the
yeah, because the
fans
next
what they
convention
want.
I'm doing is a horror con here in San Antonio in Live Oak.
Oh,
It's called Mockingbird Lane,
oh,
and we're gonna bring just classic horror. And I mean, that's technically a classic horror. It falls more into the video game category, but I'm gonna do a dual cosplay with one of my friends here. And he's gonna be Leon, and I'm gonna
oh.
be Ada.
Okay.
But it's gonna be
Yeah,
great.
yay to you, but the Leon,
You're like, but
exactly. Yeah. I'm
I'll
not
just give him
here
my
to
other
see you,
Ada suit.
sir.
But
uh,
yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna try to bring something fresh. So I'm
mm.
working on a Bride of Frankenstein, the classic version with the hair.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
something I've really been wanting to do. And then I've done Wednesday Addams in the past, but this time I'm thinking about doing Morticia.
Okay. Okay. Are you a big
Mm.
horror lover?
Or
Mm-hmm. Like
what
you a
do
big
you
fan of
mean?
like horror movies and stuff like that?
Oh, horror. I
Oh,
heard or.
oh, okay. No, okay.
I was like, or as in like the mineral, you know? No, but horror, I do like horror. I'm not like crazy, like hardcore fan about horror. I just,
Okay.
what gets me about horror is the SFX. So I really like doing SFX makeup, and that kind of draws me into the horror side.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you watched any good horror movies lately?
Not lately, but I've seen some crazy ones in my lifetime. There's one that I was talking about today actually, because most of my coworkers love horror. It's called Annihilation. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Oh yeah, with Natalie Portman, I think. I think
Yeah, wasn't Natalie Portman?
I think
I,
he.
to be honest, I don't even remember who even the main character was, because I was so traumatized by that bear.
Oh yeah, yeah, the bear.
You
Yeah,
see the bear? So I
yeah,
mean, I don't you've seen it, right? So
yeah.
that just got me in a way that nothing has gotten me before. Because That's like you could tell it's a bear and it's not quite alive, it's not quite dead, it's somewhere in between. But the fact that it uses the yells of its victims to lure more victims, it got me. I'm like, that's like, who came up with that? You think
Uh,
somebody's screaming for help, and when you come in, it's a whole half dead bear waiting to get you too.
yeah, it was
That's
wild.
that's not, yeah, it was wild.
I hadn't seen the movie, but I did see that clip, and I was just like, I
Hmm.
don't like this.
I don't
This
like it at
is
all. I wasn't ready for that because honestly, when I went to watch it, I thought it was going to be more like a sci-fi thriller, like
mm,
psychological, but not so much horror.
no,
And that
you're
part got me.
yeah, you're
That part
wrong.
was like, yeah, I
Yeah, it
really
was.
enjoyed the whole movie though.
Um, I recently went and watched. This may have been last week actually, or yeah, it's probably been last week. But
Hmm.
I went and watched The Strangers Chapter 3, and
Ooh.
very disappointed in it.
Oh.
So it's okay.
I never
So
watched it, so like what's it about?
so it's kind of a not a remake, maybe a reboot. I guess if you want to call it a reboot, but
Hmm.
it's based off a 2007 2008 film called The Strangers, and in that movie, this couple is basically stalked throughout the night by these three masked individuals um, that ultimately kill them because they were at the house,
Hmm.
like they were just stalking them and stuff like that. The trilogy that they did was just basically a retelling, but it wasn't good. There were just like there's three chapters. So chapter one came out maybe 2023, 2024, I think.
Hmm.
Um and that one was just a basically a rehash of the original. Chapter two came out, very disappointed, and then chapter three. So basically with the three chapters that they did, um have you ever watched Riverdale?
No. I'm
Okay, well,
sorry.
that's okay. It's okay. But there's a character who starred in that TV series for the
Hmm.
CW. She's the main lead in this movie. So
Mm.
basically, it's her in the first one. It's her and her husband. They're just traveling around. I guess yeah, they were just traveling around. They go to this town, they're having car problems and stuff like that, and they basically
Hmm.
get stalked throughout the night. She survives, he dies, and then the next two movies are
Oh.
just her trying to survive, basically.
Yeah.
But
Oh
it's
wow,
just
so
kind
they
of
keep
like
after her.
yeah, it's just. But the most interesting thing about it is it's like a whole town knows about it. Like the whole town is in on
So it's
it.
weird. Okay, they're in on it, but they're not active.
Right. And
They're just
so
spectating.
they just don't get involved. And so
Okay, it's
because
kind of like I'm minding my own business. I know, but I'm
yeah,
minding my
yeah,
own business.
because
That's
you learn
horrible.
about these killers as well. They like
Uh-huh.
two of them you learn about. They're one of those type of killers that like start early, like when they're kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like in chapter two, they show us that they killed a girl. Um,
Mm.
in chapter three, you learn that one of the killers is the child of the sheriff, and so the sheriff's been covering up the killings. I
Oh.
think I'm trying to remember how this one girl said it in the movie. She said that people who come through here disappear all the time, but not the people who actually live in the town, or at
Right.
least something like that. So yeah, the whole town seems in on it, and so
Like they can't
it's
do nothing to
right. I mean,
fight it. So
otherwise
like,
they'll probably just kill them
yeah.
too and everything. So, but yeah, it's
Mm.
it
That's
was
scary
it
though.
yeah. I was just disappointed. I was it had a nice concept
Mhm.
to a lot of it, but I was just
You think like
disappointed
it
in
was
it.
poorly executed?
Yeah, yeah. It could have been like easily done. It could have been done better. I was
Hmm.
expecting when they were doing this, they were gonna like kind of show us like how they got started and stuff like that. Because it wasn't.
Mm.
It's just because it has no connection to the 2008 8 one. This is like a
Okay.
whole new thing, and so I was just
Hmm.
kind of like, I'm disappointed. So, but
Yeah.
it's whatever. So,
So they
but yeah,
basically took the same idea, recycled it into something new,
yeah,
and
pretty much. But I mean,
mm,
I love horror movies though. They're like definitely one of my favorite. Like you would
yeah,
always catch me watching horror movies. So,
I like it.
um, what about haunted attractions? Do you do like what do you do for Halloween?
You know what? Funny that you ask. I usually don't do much for Halloween. I usually take a break
What
on
the heck? What's
Halloween
the matter with you?
because I'm cosplaying all year long. So
Oh,
Halloween comes around, everybody else is cosplaying. So I'm not gonna bring my nice outfits out to play to go to a party and get possibly food and drinks spilled on something I worked so hard on. So usually I just buy like a $20 suit. I was a chili one time. I just showed up and I was a chili. And people are like, "What are you doing?" They expect me to come up like as a full character, and I'm like, "No,
I mean,
this is my day to sit back and watch y'all have fun."
imagine my disappointment, just like knowing you're coming to a party and you're gonna be like this like sexy bunny or something like that, and you
And I
show up
show
as a
up as a
chili,
chili.
and I'm just like, oh well, there goes this night. This is done. I'm disappointed now.
I got pictures too.
Oh, that's great. I'm
I'll
glad.
show you. I'll send you all my chili pictures later.
Oh
You're
my
gonna
gosh,
love
I would love to have all your chili pictures for sure. So,
them.
um, so let me bring it up. So let's talk about some of your cosplays, guys. We're gonna like check out a couple. Let me figure out how I want to set these up. We'll start. We'll start right here. Tell us about
Miss
this one.
Mara.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my most recent ones. I did that one last year, towards the end of the year. And I got maybe 5 photos in that outfit because it was a giant group that we did full of Disney characters. And I decided to dress up, but I originally joined to be a photographer. So I showed up to the shoot to take photos, not to take photos of myself. So I took photos, I did my thing, and then towards the end of the shoot, I'm like, wait a minute, it's already nighttime. I haven't got any pictures of myself. So my partner, I gave him the camera and I'm like, take some shots of me. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, just take some shots of me. And I started doing all these poses and he took so many shots. And a lot of them came out very good. So I'm very happy. So all those photos were from that day and they were so funny because it was so fast. It wasn't really planned, but I had a lot of fun.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. So this was okay. Here we go. Now, this was one of my favorites.
Black Cat, that's one of my favorites as well. Which I that was on I was on my recycling air. So that suit is actually one of my Catwoman suits.
Oh,
And
okay.
what I did was that I got me the white gloves, and all of the fur pieces are detachable. So I attached them to my Catwoman suit and put on the rest of my mask and my wig and the boots, and I was done. But it's basically Catwoman suit recycled into Black Cat. I
Hey,
loved it. We did some events. So I used it a lot of times that year that I built it. And we did a lot of events with the local police department, the fire department. We did a lot of kid events, and it was very it was very loved everywhere I took
oh, wait. Oh, yeah.
it. And it's so comfortable too. Like it's the most
Really?
comfortable suit ever. Yes.
Okay.
That's one of the few heels that I have that are not as high, so I could just run on those all day long.
Oh my gosh. Let me see. We got a Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. That was my second version of her. I That's my first version, which is
Oh,
funny.
wait, this one
I
here.
Yeah, that's my first version, and then the one you showed up first was my second version of her. But I did the classic. That's more classic Marvel comics, and I did everything myself. Then for the second iteration, I went more with like the One Division Halloween outfit that she wore on the series.
Oh, okay.
So she was kind of like doing a soft nod to the classic comic book version. That's why they look so similar. But yeah, it was incredible. There's another one that's very, very comfortable. I love it. I love the cape too. It's one of my biggest capes. So
Mm,
it goes everywhere when I walk, and I love that.
my goodness. That's great. Um, okay, here we go.
And that's boa. I took that whole snake, which it weighed like 40 pounds.
Oh my
Just the
gosh.
head. Just the head. The whole weight was in the head. Um, I made that snake in about a week, and I shipped it to Virginia to Cosplay World so I could cosplay with it. It was incredible. I'm very proud of how it came out. It looks just like in the anime. And yeah, I did everything. I sewed the entire dress myself. The funnest part was the sleeves because I did one petal at a time. So they look
Okay.
like flowers. When I put my hands up, they will open up like flowers. It was beautiful.
Ooh.
But yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah, that
It
looks
was so
fun.
long. That snake was
Yeah.
like 8 feet long.
Yeah. That that's insane. I really loved this.
The Two-Face.
Yeah, really
Yeah,
loved
that's
it.
one of my latest ones too. That was around Halloween last year, or a little bit after Halloween. I did everything. The prosthetic, I made it myself like the day before I wore it. I have a like a mold of my face, and I do everything on that mold. And when I detach it from the mold, it fits me perfect because the mold is just like my face structure.
Oh
So it was pretty
yeah.
fun. I did the whole open mouth area, and then I did like some of the little warts that he has all over. So it was a it was a challenge because I didn't know how it was gonna turn out, but it turned out perfect.
How did you do your hair here?
No, that hair, I bought the wig. I bought the
Oh, it's
wig
a
like
wig.
that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's a wig. Yeah, it looks like my hair. Thanks.
I was very much
Yeah, but
impressed. I was
that's
like,
a
wow,
wig.
this she's dedicated, and so
I tried my best with my wig so they look like it's my hair. So thank you.
yeah, this turned out great though. I love it.
It's one of my favorites, and you don't see that a lot, especially not like gender bent like that.
Right. Oh,
Yeah, and I showed a video of how I took everything off. It was really fun. I had my baby with me, and she was doing all the commentary. Yeah, it
oh,
was
okay.
adorable. She loves it, by the way. My baby, she's only 6, and she loves her. She
She's
likes
probably
to
grown up to
dress
be a
like a
cosplayer.
zombie. Oh yeah. So her favorite artist is Michael Jackson. And she loves
Really?
Thriller. Yes. So she loves zombies. She likes to dress like a zombie all the time. And
Oh,
yeah, she every year she wants to be a zombie for Halloween. So it
that's
cracks me up because you can see how like she grows into it more and she's all like, okay, now I want to be like a scary zombie and now I want to be all bloody and I want some scars. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, calm down, girl. It's funny.
see. All right. Here's some Mortal Kombat.
Melina. That when I first did it, I actually took that to California to Silicon Valley. And that was my first convention out there in California, and we had a giant Mortal Kombat group. So I sewed that entire suit myself as well, including the
Oh my
boots.
gosh.
Yeah, I did the mask, I did the boots, I did the suit, everything. It took me a few weeks to make, but I did it all to fit me like exactly to my measurements. And I met Adam Savage. I met Adam Savage while I was in that
Hmm,
convention, and he was very impressed with the whole suit. That was awesome.
that's pretty cool. Did you have to like start over at any point? Like you're like when you're sewing, you're kind of like you're doing great, but then you mess up, and then you're like, oh, now I got to start over or
Oh,
something like that. Oh
every
gosh.
time, especially if I'm tired. Like if I'm tired, sometimes like you're supposed to sew something like this, and instead of sewing it like this, I sew it like this, and then I'm like, no. I have to take it all apart and then sort the right way. It's such a pain. But that's why I've learned when I start getting tired and I've been doing it for a long time, just I take a break or I leave it for the next day. Because I'd rather just wait a little longer to do it than just mess it all up and then not be able to remedy it.
Right. Okay. 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 Got the Electra here.
Yeah, that's the Electra I was talking about. I made that whole suit in one day. It was incredible. My baby's throwing me hearts. I love
Oh.
you.
uh, have you seen the version of Electra for the Netflix Daredevil series?
I have not. I'm
Really?
scared because if I see it, I'm probably gonna want to cosplay it. I'm
Shit.
already working on doing the Daredevil version, so I'm very very excited for that.
See if I can find a good.
And I'm like, I want to see.
I have to try to
Oh.
see if I can find me a good image. Let me see here. Where'd it go? I guess. Yeah, this was should be good. I can. Uh. Okay, we'll just okay. I'll just do it this way. I'll have to zoom in a little bit. But I forgot the wait. Is this in English? The heck? Why is it? I mean, that's the. I was in. Why was this in Turkish? I have no idea. Anyway, so she shared this. Here, okay, let me move. So this is the actress that plays her in the Netflix
hmm
series,
Okay.
and then this is the look here. Let me. If it'll let me.
Oh yeah, I see it. Nice.
Oh, it's so terrible. Why would you like let me zoom in? Oh,
Ah, the
I guess
picture
this is good
stays the
enough.
same. Yeah, no, that's good though. I like that. That's like a comfy cosplay. If you want to look good and be comfortable, that's something I'll go with.
So she's love it. I'm surprised.
Mm.
I'm surprised, but that's okay. That's okay. Where'd it go? Did this one? But yeah, so yeah. Let's see where it goes. This one. So
hmm Yeah, I
love it.
loved it. Yeah, I had such a great time. That was in Austin. I went to Austin and I shot with three different photographers that day. The
Ooh.
pictures came out incredible. That was right after I finished it. I
Oh,
finished it.
you just wanted to show
I,
off for a little.
yeah, I test drove it and I was set. She was the next day.
Did you have to like do any kind of like quick alterations with it, or was it like
No, I did it and it fit me like a glove. It was beautiful. I was so happy that
that's
day.
crazy? Is that like that with most of like when you sew and everything? Is that like with the majority of your cosplays? Like
No, I think
you
it
know it so
depends.
well, you don't have to
It
do any kind of like
depends.
change.
Well, it depends on how complex it is. Because like this one is just it's all red. So it's
Yeah.
easier to just work with the same fabric all around. But when you start getting into more intricate designs that have like dual colors or more colors, or they have
Mm.
designs, especially around the waistline or like the legs, then that starts getting a lot more complicated. So you have to be more careful. But yeah, I had freedom to just work with red fabric all around, so it was a lot easier.
It does look comfortable and breezy.
It is very comfortable. Yeah, no, I felt great. Even though like that one-sided shoulder thing, I felt like Andre the Giant all day long. But
Oh.
it looks great though. Yeah, I had such a great time.
So do you have like your own like not personal photographer, but you have somebody that you know you can just call up and like, hey, I want to take some photos or
So I have a few people that love working with me. I do photography outside of cosplay, so like that helped me get into the circle of photographers, and we just help each other. We have a lot of fun together. And I think if it's something that the photographer is very interested in doing,
Hmm.
it becomes a fun thing for both of us. Like I would never tell somebody, "Hey, come on, ship me," and they don't want to do it. You know, like I would, I would hate it. It would be miserable. But yeah, no. If somebody wants to shoot it, I'm always down to shoot, and I love bringing the characters to life. So it's always fun for me.
Okay. All right. What do we got here?
Oh, that's my zero too. That was actually at Anime Matsuri in Houston. And that one, I was kind of fighting that costume all day long because I don't know if you could tell, but my neck piece, every time I looked sideways, it would go to the side and then it would stay right here. And I was like, no, come back. And then I would look to the side again and it would stay over here. And I'm like, no. But yeah, no, I love that. I love the way it looks. I've never done the pink hair and red combo before that outfit, and I think it just looks incredible. I really like the combination.
Yeah, the coloring with your skin tone and everything, it looks
Yeah,
really good.
I felt like it was beautiful. Yeah, no, I really liked it. I really enjoyed doing that.
I'm pretty sure it was one of these photos is what I saw that caught my attention when I was like just
Yeah.
scrolling through inviting people. I'm pretty sure it was one of these photos that I was like, ooh, I like this. I want to reach out there and talk with her. So, I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
it's a good looking woman, hot cosplay. It is what it is. But yeah, that's definitely one of the ones. And then really loved your scorpion as well. I thought this was really really
Yeah.
cool. Like I
That's absolutely
like
one of my favorites.
like I've been talking with cosplayers for like the past 3 years, maybe four
Hmm.
years, maybe three. And like I'm always like amazed just seeing how much like craftsmanship goes into making cosplays. Because I remember watching people like
Hmm.
go to cons, maybe like on TikTok, to see like random videos of people going to cons, and they have like full functioning Iron Man helmets or something like that. I'm just like, this
Oh
this is
yeah.
nuts. This is crazy.
People are creative, especially like being like somebody like you think engineers, you think people that work with cars, but you know, like they bring all of those skills and they translate that into the cosplay. It's game over. You can do whatever you want, you know?
And so it's really really cool. You look very intimidating.
I
I,
tried.
I definitely would not want to fight you.
I
So
did not look that intimidating when I was next to like a super tall noob Cybot. I look like a little tiny girl. I look like I was 4 feet tall next to him, dressed like that. So, you know, I look intimidating when I'm by myself, but when I was next to him, I look like me. You know, we've been making fun of that ever since forever.
oh my goodness.
Oh,
And we got Bunny Bulma here.
Bunny Bola. That's another classic everybody loves.
It's good. I mean, it's
I
good.
just wore her again last weekend for a
Oh,
convention I did. And yeah, people loved it. Everywhere I go, they recognize her immediately.
oh, is this like?
Who's not a fan of Dragon Ball Z?
You're right. That's fair. That's fair. So how long
Yeah.
did it take you to do this shoot?
That shoot,
Hmm.
um, we were outside. That was in downtown San Antonio. We were there for maybe 2 or 3 hours. And regardless of what you see right there, that shoot was cold. I remember it was winter. I was freezing. I had somebody on the side waiting with a jacket so I could cover myself in between shots, and I was just shivering. But oh, some of the photos you could see like my goosebumps. It's hilarious. But yeah, no, those photos came out great though, regardless.
Are your shoots typically about 2 to 3 hours, or does it just depend on what
I feel
what
like
cosplay?
usually, yeah, about 2 hours is like the median. But it could be really quick or it could be long depending on what's included. Because if we have like a bunch of cosplayers including in the shoot, you know, so it's gonna be a long time that we're gonna be processing everybody to take photos of every single character. But if it's just one on one, it's usually 1, 2 hours. And if we're meeting like on a con lobby, usually the shoot is a few minutes. Take a few shots and then vámonos.
I think when I was talking with you about the posters and everything, this was definitely one I was just kind of like,
Yeah,
I couldn't really decide between
I really
the
like that
those
photo.
the two that I picked out, and then this one. I was just like, you know what, I may have to just
Mhm.
buy it as well, and just to have it. So
Yeah,
I
it's so
actually just
cute.
started rewatching the original Dragon Ball earlier today
Hmm.
because it's been
That's
years since
awesome.
I've seen it. So
Hey, that's a good throwback to throw
yep,
there.
you're right. And then here we go.
Yes, and then to be that's to be from Near Automata, but that specific outfit only comes out in one of her exclusive figures.
Okay.
So I did that version of her because I just like how beautiful the veil and the cape. They call it the to be bride.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like her bridal outfit. They have a white one and they have a black one, but I really, really like the black one because the white felt like too much white. Like her hair is white
Mm,
already, her gloves are white, so then the dress
right.
being white too, I felt like it was just so much white. So the white and black was my favorite pick. And when I bought it, I thought it was going to be huge on me and I was going to have to alter it, and it fit me perfect. So I didn't have to do any adjustments or anything to that suit. This is actually I that's a second hand suit. I bought it from a cosplayer that originally had it.
Okay.
So I like to do that a lot rather than just buy cosplays off of somewhere else. If I want to do a quick cosplay, I go and I'm part of these Facebook groups that cosplayers sell their handmade outfits and they
Uh,
don't want them anymore. So like you buy a handmade outfit from somebody that created it and they're beautiful. I mean, the attention to detail sometimes it's incredible.
so what's it? So question for you: what's it like? Uh, like, like just I'm trying to think of the right how I want to phrase it. Just being sexy with like these type of cosplays. I guess that's the best way I can word it. But like, what is that like?
Yeah.
Have you always been like a confident person in your body?
I
Um.
guess so. My mom used to model when she was younger, and
Oh.
she had me at an early age. So ever since I was a little girl, 4, 5, 6 years old, I had pictures of me modeling with my mom. And
Oh. Okay.
when I hit 13, 14, I was already doing modeling locally back home. And I was not into the cosplay stuff till later. But I did start doing modeling and I was pretty comfortable in front of the camera before I got into the cosplay stuff. So that did help a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, outside of cosplay, I used to do a lot of workshops. I used to teach models how to do catwalks. I used to teach
Oh.
them how to pose, and that helped me too with photography because it helped me direct people that I'm taking photos of by posting them.
Okay.
Yeah, so like when I
Okay.
do shoots, I barely need any direction. Like I like to get direction either way sometimes because it helps. I'm not the one looking through the camera, but usually I need very very little direction. I kind of take a shot, I move, I do a different pose, take another shot, I do a different pose. I always tell everybody if you're shooting, don't stay in the same pose because then all your pictures are gonna look the same. So the more you move around, even if you do a pose that you're not happy with, you keep moving, you're gonna like more pictures out of the selection you have rather than if you stay in one pose and you don't like that pose, all your pictures are gonna look the same. So that shoot is wasted.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
And here's your poison ivy.
that's my Fiona. I'm kidding.
You know what?
Yeah, my
You're
poison ivy.
maybe. So both are green. I mean, Fiona doesn't have
Yeah,
plants or anything growing on her, so yeah, I can see it. Oh, you said it was 8 hours just to paint yourself?
it was 8 hours. Yeah, because they had to glue all the vines all over my legs and my torso and my chest, my arms, everything. And they did everything they by hand. Yeah, they did all of the vines. And my body painter actually created all these things in advance. So when I showed up to the
Okay.
shoot, she already had everything done, and she just put it on me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it took a long time. So I sewed the top together, I made the bikini, and I made the wig. So when I showed up, as you can see there, she was attaching all of those things. And it took a while because they were so flimsy. So she had to like get them glued just right and little by little and then make sure they
Mm-hmm.
dried right before it's starting to paint. So yeah, it was a process. And then she had to do
Oh my
several layers because
gosh.
the green wasn't really it wasn't as vibrant the first layer, so she had to do a few layers at a time. And yeah, by the time we were done, we were all exhausted. And I couldn't sit down, so I was standing the whole time.
Uh, so
So yeah,
what?
it was
So like, did you have to like plan out like the shade of green and everything like that?
that was all the body painter. She took care of all of that.
Oh wow.
I brought the rest of the suit. I brought the wig, I brought the top, and I brought the bikini. And then she did everything else. I helped doing my makeup. After she painted my whole face, I did like my eye makeup and I added like my lip gloss and all that good stuff. But she did all of the green, all of the leaves, all of the texture. It was incredible. You could touch my arm and you could feel the texture of the vines.
Oh
It was really
wow.
cool. Yeah, like it was a lot of attention to detail when you got close to it.
She must be really good.
She's incredible. She's based off of Houston.
Was this like your first time working with her, or have you worked with her before?
No, I've worked with her before, but never to this scale. Like
Okay.
we've done little things like I did like a little devil girl shoot with her before and like she added the little horns on me and she helped
Mm-hmm.
me like do some like SFX makeup, but it was just my face. I never did anything to that scale before, so that was really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think this is new. Your Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon, yeah. I've had her for a while, but those pictures are recent. They're from last weekend. So I brought her back out. I hadn't used her in years. So yeah, I pulled her out for this convention that I was emceeing at and yeah, she still fits. Actually, I'm very proud of that wig. I made the whole wig. I styled it and I made it look like the anime version. So I like how like it looks like I turned into the character like by looking more animated rather than making the
Mm,
character look more human, I guess.
right. Right.
But yeah, I like that. I like how you can like go all over that spectrum. You could go to very cartoony to like very realistic. So I feel like she's more on the cartoony side. I look like I popped out of the series.
Are you very good at styling wigs? I know with some cosplayers that I've talked to, that's not like
Mhm.
they're not very good at that kind of thing. How are you when it
Oh,
comes
I
to like
love
styling?
it.
Okay.
I'm pretty good. I've done wig styling for a while. I just don't get to do it so often because I barely have time to do anything. But I'm pretty comfortable doing the wig styling. I honestly wish I could do more. Well, that's one of my favorite ones.
Oh yeah. Are you like a huge Sailor Moon fan?
I like Sailor Moon. I grew up with her, but she's more like she holds a special place in my heart because I grew up watching, you know? So
Okay.
it's really cute.
Did you win?
Oh no, I was emceeing, so I was one of the judges right there. So they
Oh,
were just
okay.
announcing the judges. Yeah.
How often do you do that when it comes to like cons and stuff like that?
I do it pretty often. I usually get sponsored to go to cons and they invite me to be a judge or an MC. And I hold panels as well. And it's just fun. I love getting up close and personal with the community and with the con goers. And it's just a way of connecting with everybody and you know, just people that like the same things you do.
What was it like for you being like the first time somebody reached out and said, "Hey, we want you to come to one of our cons to be a judge or do a panel." What was that? What was that like for you getting that
It
being
was
asked to do that?
well, it was kind of. it was to me it was, I mean, it's still surprising whenever they reach out to you like that. But when I first got here to the States and I started getting more serious, I went to cons and I saw that they would bring guests. And I reached out to them and I asked them, you know, how do you do this? How do you get in the scene? How do you get these type of opportunities? So I was trying to get in contact with people that would help me get there. So just going back and forth with people that had done it before and getting connected with the right individuals. It was just a matter of time before I was in that scene. And at least locally, it was just steady growth. And once I started doing I've always been very comfortable just uh, with public speaking,
Okay.
and I had a great time. And when I saw people love the energy that we brought with cosplay and how much fun everybody could have at conventions, it was just, to me, it was great to be able to do stuff like that for the community.
Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. Is there an area in your cosplaying that you are wanted to get to grow more in or get better at?
Yeah, I want to learn to do more stuff with, like, I guess you could say animatronics,
Oh, okay.
um, mechanics and stuff like that. Like when it comes to adding lights, because like I've added lights to some of my cosplays, but it's things that I've basically plugged and play.
Mm,
Uh, it hasn't been something that I built from scratch myself, and I would like to learn a lot of processes like that that I could build from scratch, especially when it comes to mechanics. Um, I'm somewhat of an engineer at heart, so I like to see how things work and I want to like tear them apart and see what makes them tick. So, those are things I want to do more often rather than just, oh, I know the perfect thing for this and I just buy it off of Amazon and I plug it in and it works. I mean, it's great, but I really want to be able to get like to the nitty-gritty parts myself.
okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. All right, guys. That is where we will end this episode. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for watching. If you are watching on YouTube, I have the our guest page up for you guys to check out. But for those who are listening on Spotify, you want to let them know how they can follow and support you.
Yeah, absolutely. You could find all my socials at www.paradox.com. And you can also find me on Instagram, where I'm the most active, at underscore paradox cosplay underscore.
Okay. All right, so be sure to go and follow, show some love and support. And then obviously here on the Nerd Talk channel, plenty of content coming out as well. We are still going through our weekly review of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. We also got Monarch Legacy of Monster Season 2 coming out. You can also find things going on the gaming channel, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, the Nerd Talk podcast on Spotify. All that you can find down in the description below for more fun content. But guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. And we will see you in the next video. You guys have a good one.